Imagine a world where power is not about titles or money, but about control, influence, and the silent game of human chess. In this world, the loudest person rarely wins. The smartest player does. And the smartest player knows one thing. Power is never given. It is taken, shaped, and mastered through strategy. Picture a young man in the court of a mighty king. He is brilliant, ambitious, and capable. But he does not show it. He speaks slowly. He asks simple questions. He laughs at the wrong moments. He pretends not to understand politics. And so, the ministers, the generals, the advisors, they all relax. They speak freely in front of him. They reveal secrets. They plot out loud. They laugh at his foolishness. And he listens. He remembers. He waits. Months pass. Then, one day, he strikes. Not with a sword, not with an army, but with words, with information, with timing. He becomes the most powerful man in the kingdom, not because he was the strongest, but because he let others think he was the weakest. He played the fool to uncover the fools. Now imagine a CEO in a global corporation. A massive project is about to launch. Everyone is stressed. Some are shouting. Others are working late into the night, bragging about their exhaustion. But this CEO? He walks into the meeting room, smiles, says one sentence, and leaves. The project succeeds beyond expectations. Everyone is stunned. How did he do it? Was it magic? Was it luck? Number. He made success look effortless. He hid the struggle. He erased the sweat. He let people believe he was born to lead, not forced to fight. And that illusion? That is power. People don't follow those who suffer. They follow those who seem destined to win. Then, at the peak of his success, he disappears. No emails, no calls, no public appearances. His team panics. His rivals wonder. His board members start offering him more money, more titles, more control, just to bring him back. And he? He sits at home, sipping coffee, watching the chaos unfold. He knows the truth. Absence does not weaken power. It magnifies it. When you are always present, you become background noise. When you vanish, you become a legend. People fill the silence with their own fears, their own stories, their own worship. And when you return as a myth. Go back in time, to France, to the court of Louis XIV. There was a finance minister, brilliant, wealthy, successful, but he made one fatal mistake. He showed off golden carriages, lavish parties, mansions that rivaled the king's. He thought he was building his image. Instead, he was threatening the throne. The king, who allowed no light to shine brighter than his own, had him arrested. Not for corruption, not for treason, but for outshining the master. The lesson? Never let your brilliance eclipse the person above you. Let them feel superior. Let them take credit. Let them believe they are the sun. You? Be the shadow. Shadows survive. Suns burn out. On an ancient battlefield, a brave soldier wins victory after victory. He is admired, celebrated, praised. But he cannot stop talking. He brags. He compares himself to others. He demands recognition. Slowly, his comrades drift away. They stop trusting him. They stop respecting him. And when he needs them most, in the heat of battle, surrounded by enemies, no one comes to his aid. He dies alone. Why? Because he gave them too many reasons to turn against him. Meanwhile, his rival, the quiet one, the listener, the man of few words, rises through the ranks. He speaks only when necessary. He observes, he learns, he waits. And when he acts, it is decisive. People follow him not because he shouts, but because he commands silence. In a European palace centuries ago, there was a duke who wore his hat backward, who rode his horse facing the tail, who carried a live chicken into royal banquets. Everyone laughed at him. They drew cartoons. They gave him silly nicknames. But he didn't care. He leaned into the madness. Why? Because he understood something deeper. Attention is power, even negative attention. People talked about him constantly. They wondered what he would do next. They feared his unpredictability. And fear? Fear is control. In a world drowning in noise, those who are ignored are powerless. Those who are noticed, even for being strange, are unforgettable. Think of a chess master. He wears mismatched socks. He moves slowly. He laughs randomly in the middle of the game. His opponents think he's distracted, maybe even insane. But he is not. He is disrupting their rhythm. He is planting doubt. They start making mistakes, not because they are weak, but because they are confused. He wins not by being better at chess, but by being better at psychology. He is unpredictable. And unpredictability is the ultimate weapon. When people can't guess your next move, they live in fear. And fear makes them vulnerable. Now imagine you're in a high-stakes meeting. Your rival is confident, eloquent, commanding the room. You have fewer resources, less experience, but you have one weapon he doesn't: silence. You sit, you listen, you don't interrupt. Then, at the perfect moment, you ask one simple question, a question that seems innocent, but it unravels everything he built. He stumbles, he panics, he loses control. And you smile, quietly, because you know the truth. The first to speak is often the first to lose. Power doesn't roar, it whispers, and the whisper cuts deeper than any scream. This is not a book about evil. It's a book about awareness, about seeing the game from above instead of being trapped inside it, about controlling the scene instead of being controlled by it. Every law is a tool, some for defense, some for attack, some for graceful retreat, because real power is not in shouting. It's in choosing when to be silent, not in appearing. It's in knowing when to disappear, not in outshining. It's in letting others believe they are brighter until the moment you decide otherwise. In politics, these laws are used every day. In business, in relationships, even in families. Those who understand them don't need to beg for attention. Those who master them don't need to fight for victory. They simply know. The most powerful person in the room is not the one with the highest title. It's the one with the most information and the discipline to use it at the perfect moment. Picture yourself walking through a dark forest. Everyone around you carries torches. They shout. They wave their flames. They try to scare away the beasts. You carry nothing. You walk in silence. The beasts don't see you. You make no light. You make no sound. When you reach the treasure, you take it, and you leave the way you came, in silence. That is the essence of power, to be like a shadow, unseen, but seeing everything, moving only when certain, speaking only when necessary, appearing only when your absence has already built your legend. These laws are not for those who wish to dominate through brute force. They are for those who wish to understand why some rise while others fall, why some are heard even in silence, while others are ignored even when screaming. Power is not in muscles. It's in the mind, not in position. It's in timing, not in money. It's in knowledge. In the end, this book does not hand you a map. It teaches you how to draw your own, because every situation is different. Every person is unique. But the laws, they remain. Those who understand them adapt. Those who master them control. Those who apply them win, without ever raising their voice.